G'day everyone, it's SDS SuperCoach providing SuperCoach content for you. I'm on here live, ready to go, just answering any final questions. I've tweeted it out, so jump in, answer any questions you want. So yeah, there's my little intro as we wait for a couple of people to. Might just text the boys. Final questions. Just send in any questions, fellas. We start round 10 in about 28 minutes. So just going live. Like, I know I'm not talking to anyone at the minute, but sometimes you just go, you know what? I feel like doing a live stream. And this is it right now. I got a new haircut. About time as well. About time because, yeah, just got a new haircut. Desperately needed it. I was looking rough for the Fancast podcast I was on. So, yeah, very happy with it. A little bit of party at the back. So, to my one viewer, or no, wait, live viewers, one says myself. Okay. Maybe it just means it's just me doing the live stream. But, all right, we got 3 viewers. Any final questions for round 10? Say g'day. As I just said, got a haircut, feeling fresh. Get around me. So, also as well, while we're waiting on some questions, bit of mousegate happening at the old share house tonight. I was here at about 2:00 and see a little mouse hiding underneath something, and I'm like, and I hate mice. I hate mice. I hate rats, that sort of thing. So I was so scared when there was like a mouse hiding under there, just outside my room. And we don't know where the mice is right now, but there is, yeah, literally a mice somewhere running about in the house, and I'm pretty sure it's not in here. I hope it's not in here. And it went in my mate's room. We saw it go underneath the little gap into my mate's room. So yeah, I can't stand mice. So a little bit on edge tonight as well. So we head into round 10. Fresh trim, DMAC. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I usually try to get a haircut every month, but just delay a little bit. I was on holiday as well. I stay loyal to my barber, so yeah, pretty much. Thank you, DMAC. Appreciate it, mate. Supercoach Pro, my man Brad. How we going, brother? Yo, big dog. Love the hair. I love your hair too, mate. Don't you worry. Jump on, jump off tomorrow before I start work at 2. Unfortunately, I do have work tomorrow, so I can't do that. I'm really sorry. I can't do the jump on, jump off tomorrow. If you can do it anytime after, if possible, 4:00, then we can organise something. But unfortunately, not. So unfortunately, can't do jump on, jump off or a live stream. I'll do the round preview tomorrow. If you guys don't know my current trades, I mean, these will be my trades. I'm getting Zorko in. Bloody hate it, bringing in a 35-year-old. That just gives me the shits. But I'm a premium or 2 behind, so I'm not feeling good about my side, to be honest. I'm going to have to bank on some of these blokes. Just going all right for me. Hopefully Dempsey can put in a shift. A lot of people would have traded him out, so he's almost a bit of a pod at the minute, Dempsey. But he's got a 41 break even, so hopefully he does all right. So Zorko and one of Revel or Sullivan, haven't decided on either yet. If Sullivan's named sub, then I'll go Revel. If both are named sub, then we're in deep shit. And I'm trading out Reed and Roberts. Cool clips. Trade out, get Graham or Garcia. This is a tough one. I don't think Garcia's too. I reckon Ross Lyon does like Garcia. I don't think Garcia's too far away from re-entering the side, to be honest. Like, they're bringing Zach Jones for Garcia, is how I read it, and that just makes zero sense to me. Back in the young fella. And Graham, I think If you had to choose one, I'd go Graham. But I still have faith when Gold Coast are back playing in Gold Coast, Graham could come in at some point because I don't think he was doing too much wrong. So if you force me to pick, I would go Graham out. But yeah, I won't trade out Graham until if he isn't named during the buys. When I desperately need players during the buys, then I'll trade him out if he's still not back. But for now, he's just sticking there on my bench. But yeah, I'd trade out Graham before Hugo. Matt Hodges, thank you for jumping on, mate. Thank you to everyone jumping on at this late time. Well, it's not that late. Trade out Jake Rogers, manage, or Hugo Garcia. That's a tough one. See, the thing is, Rogers got managed, which, I mean, at the same time, it could be dropped. We don't know. Sorry, just don't mind me. I'll just quickly, because I have both. Let me just check both their break evens. So Rogers is on two. They're both the exact same price. That's funny. But the break even of Rogers is higher. I'd trade out Rogers before Garcia, I think, if you had to pick one. But I think they're both perfectly fine holds. I do think there's short term they could come back. Whether that's going to be sub, though, I'm not too sure. I'd rather, or by the way, as well, like I'm not too stressed that Hugo Garcia got dropped. Honestly, I'd rather them not play than be sub because that just totally kills their cash gen, unless they get lucky and there's an early injury. Mitch, thanks for jumping on, mate. Chances of Sweet is out or in. Visentini's name, he could still be an emergency. Visentini did play well, but just remember at the same time, like a lot of the time Visentini was playing was when Geelong literally didn't have a ruck. So Sweet's the better player. I don't think Sweet or Visentini can play forward though. There might be a chance that Sweet isn't playing, and for some reason they prefer Visentini. I would keep. I know this isn't the question, but for what it's worth, I would keep Sweet until Soldo is back. I'm gonna. I don't know. It's really 50-50. Hard to tell. It does, like, the media during the week sort of, for me, sounds like Sweet will play, but we won't find out till 5 p.m. tomorrow. DMAC, which option is better for a boost? Jackson in for Fife or Revel in for Lafau? Or save the boost. Nah, use your boost, mate. You may as well. I mean, we're literally getting boosts during the buy rounds, basically. You know, it's 3 trades during the buy rounds. I would get in. What's Lafau's break even? Send in questions, guys. I'm happy to answer anything. PG. Lafau. What's his break even? Break even. I can't. 67. I would trade Lafau for Revel, personally, DMAC. I think Fife is fine to hold. I just think he's like, his rest was the sub game against Richmond, and then he just had a poor game against Sydney. He's going up against the Saints. I think Freo's fixture is a little bit better going forward, so I would hold Fife instead of going Jackson, and I'd take out Lafau for Bruce Revel, the Breville. So yeah. Also, by the way, as well, I uploaded one of my TikToks for the first time in about 3 weeks, and I got a gambling strike on TikTok for SuperCoach, and I'm thinking, what's going on there? Do they think gambling is SuperCoach is gambling? I mean, it definitely isn't. I mean, someone said that one of my maybe a fault could be that I scrolled past some like odds for the games, maybe. So I don't know. Don't know what's going on there. Send in your questions, guys. I'm happy to answer them. I'll be on live for another 20 minutes, so that's all good. Just before the Geelong and Suns game. So Send in your tips as well, by the way. Who do you think will win that? Geelong have got a lot out, though. I tipped the Suns during my fan cast, but I've swapped to the Cats. So, yeah. Any more questions, fellas? That'd be great. Hopefully I've answered what you guys were hoping. So, yeah. So if you guys didn't see what I said, though, I'm getting in Zorko. Bringing in a 35-year-old just isn't too great of a feeling. And Brad, seriously, I said PG, you prick. What tip? Funny. I'm going Geelong. Although Geelong have got a few out. With DeConning the laid out, Hawkins, no Cameron. That's going to hurt him. But I think the dewy conditions could suit the smaller players anyway. So I don't think Hawkins I don't think Hawkins is the type of player that would be going that well in those conditions. DeConning might hurt though. Who would go on Ben King? Probably Jack Henry would be my guess. It has to be Jack Henry, right? They must not have had an emergency travel that would have been a key defender. Well, I don't think they have too many key defenders in the reserves, really. So, yeah, I'm going Geelong. I originally tipped the Suns. It wouldn't surprise me if the Suns won, but I don't know. I think I just can't see a world where Geelong lose 3 in a row, to be honest. I don't really like cheese. Hoping my 5 Gold Coast Suns players lose their mind tonight. Yeah, I think this could be a good fixture for like a Tuke Miller. Depends who to be fair, it depends on who the tag goes to with O'Connor, but he tried to run with Jack Butters, didn't work. I vice captained him last week, so that didn't help the Cats there in the end. But who are your 5 Suns players? My guess would be Closey, no Rogers, no Graham, Closey, Rowell, Tuke. Who would be the other Suns relevant Supercoach players? Have you got Anderson, Tuke, and Rowell? I don't really like cheese. Do you have that going for you? Like, I'm trying to think of anyone else. If you have like I don't even. Oh, Flanders, yeah. Sexton. Oh, I forgot about Sexton as well. Yeah, Sexton, Closey, Rowell, Anderson, Flanders. Yeah. So I mean, if the O'Connor tag goes to Tuke, then you're laughing, mate. Yeah, 5 Suns players. I think Sexton should go all right, especially with no Will Powell again. Closey, yeah. I mean, I think some of us have no choice but to keep him there. Rowell and Anderson should go well. Cats concede a lot to midfielders and Flanders. Yeah, I think all those players should go all right. Just hope for my sake, Closey goes well. I've got 2 of those 5. Should I get Turk to complete the Gold Coast midfield? Lol. May as well. Nah, Ken. Nah, I wouldn't. I feel like they'll affect your buy round too much if you get in one more Suns midfielder. So I wouldn't go. Nah, I get it as a gag, but nah, I wouldn't get in Turk if you've got Rowell and Anderson. Who do I bring in this week? Tom Green or Matt Rowell? Thank you for the question, Tyler. I would get in. I would get personally. I wouldn't get in either because of their break evens. I will tell you why. If you can think of any other options, I would go with that. But just with their break evens, I wouldn't do it. Matt Rowell's break even is 192. So Tyler, basically, he needs to score 192 to just stay at his price. So I'd wait on Rowell and remember, I know they don't have the early buy. And then Tom Green, remember Tom Green as well, like he's got the buy in a couple of weeks and his break even's 180. So Tyler, I wouldn't bring in either just yet. Just hold the fort there. Maybe bring in Tom Green after the bye round in round 13. And Matt Rowell, you just wait for him to go down in price. I mean, the way Geelong are conceding points, Rowell might go 192. But if you wanted me to pick, if you're really set on those two, I would go Rowell. Just checking as well, fellas, what your buy structure is looking like. I can afford to bring in Zorko because who are my early buy round players? I don't think I have many in the round 12 buy. I've got Sheasel, Green, Zorko, Heaney, and Darcy Jones. So sure, I don't have 4 premiums in that round 12 buy, which might be more than others, but that's fine. I traded out LDU, so didn't need to worry about that. What are your thoughts on Marlon Pickett? What is a SuperCoach pick? He's probably the best. He's probably one of the best mid-season draft picks of all time, along with like Newcomb and even Sam Durham could make his case. As a SuperCoach pick, absolutely not. In terms of because he's been doing a bit of tagging. Who have Richmond got? Brisbane. I don't know. Could he tag Zorko? I don't know. I mean, I think Pickett tried to tag Luke Ryan. He went 197, so I wouldn't worry about that, mate. But yeah, as a SuperCoach pick, no. Maybe in a draft if you're talking that. I don't really like Cheese. Yeah, the plan is to drop Anderson at the buy round if he continues his current form. See, the thing is with the Gold Coast Suns mids is 2 players do well, 1 player does bad. That's the problem with that's why I don't really like having too many players from one side. So yeah, I think picked up and straight away got me a 50. Yeah, that's stiff, mate. I should have just stuck with 2. His 150 helped me move up the rank though. No, that's fine. What's Anderson averaging this year? I haven't checked this. I want to get Rowell, but Anderson isn't really in my plans. 561k. Yeah, he's going to get pretty cheap. 157 break even unless he absolutely goes off tonight, which is possible. So Anderson is he's still averaging pretty all right, isn't he? Like, what's he averaging this year? 106. Yeah, he's not as bad as LDU, who I had to go through for 8 rounds there. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. As long as you're upgrading the side, that's fine. I don't really like Cheese. Are you thinking 5 is the most you can go during the buy round? What, 5 premiums are we talking? So, how many is too many during the buy rounds for premiums? Yeah, I'll definitely no more than 5. I think maybe any more than 5. I think that's too many. I think 5 primos you can get away with, but really the priority for people, and there will be a buy round where everyone struggles. Like I've got a lot of, I should still be all right, but there's a lot of premiums I'm missing for. There's a lot of premiums I'm missing for the round 13 buy because I've basically got all the premiums in round 13 buy except like Rosie, if you consider that, or Dan Houston, really. So, yeah, I would say definitely go no more than 5 if possible, because we're now at the time where we really got to consider these buys. Shane can't get Zorks, so it's either Blakey, McGovern, or Stewart. I'm suspect on Breville, so going on Sullivan. Yeah, Sullivan versus Breville is very tough to say on what the right players. I've got a feeling that it'll turn into a massive success for one of them, and the other could turn out absolutely terrible. Sullivan made that decision. If you told me to pick right now, I'd say Sullivan, but both are just perfectly fine. You can go either. I reckon Shano. So, so out of these 3, I would go Stewart, in my opinion. Also depends on your buys. McGovern literally got injured. McGovern, I just can't trust. Blakey is a good pod. If you're down in the ranks, he's worth a shout. But I trust Stewart the most out of those three. SuperCoach Pro. Pickett is useless as an ashtray on a motorbike. Good saying, but give him a bit more credit. He got 2 flags for you, mate. So, nah. Yeah, he's a dodgy bloke as well. Brad, thoughts on Tom Stewart, mate? Yeah, Brad can answer that. I'm personally still pretty keen on Tom Stewart. I know he'll probably say otherwise, but I'm still pretty keen on Tom Stewart as a pick, and I'll probably try to grab him next week. See how he goes tonight. The game starts in 8 minutes, so just a mini reminder for everyone to make sure that they've sorted out their side. What am I doing tonight? So let me just double check my SuperCoach side, make sure it's all good. So for Closey playing, I'm looping Dempsey just in case he goes poorly, and then maybe field Darcy Jones, which doesn't sit right with me if Dempsey goes. What would be Dempsey just needs to go 50 plus for me to keep him on field, really. I've got Flanders as well. So I think I've got 3 players playing tonight. Yep. Depending on how Dempsey goes. Shano, my fear with Gold Coast. Yeah. That's the problem with Suns players the Suns midfield. It's very strong. It's very talented. But the problem with the Suns mid is 2 of them go well, 1 of them goes bad every single week. That's what happens. So, yeah, that's the problem. So I think if I had to rank the 3, it would be, I still think Rao's the best one out of the 3, then Took, then drop it down a little bit, and then it's Anderson. I don't really like Cheese. Yeah, SCS, we dropped LDU in the same round. Yeah, no. Last week's game against Gold Coast, I know he went 109, but he is literally the reason why I traded him out. 35 touches, 1 goal. The North Melbourne were uncompetitive again, getting smashed. And he scores a 109 with 35 touches and a goal. That's the exact reason why I've gotten rid of him, because his best games were when North Melbourne were competitive. And that was really in the first 2 games of the season. So, yeah, nah. Yeah, LDU was shocking. He's probably not even a top 30 mid, to be honest. So happy to move off him because the scaling when North Melbourne are getting pumped is really bad. Liam Creed, grab Luke Ryan and a rookie to sit on bench, or grab Zorko and Fisher. I'd go Zorko. Depends on your rank. 200k banked. Grab Zorko and Fisher. I would go. It depends on your rank, mate. Like if you're a little bit down in rank, it depends if you're playing for rank. If you're playing for rank, and say you're not doing so well, then I would go for Zorko and Fisher. Actually, to be honest, I might honestly prefer Zorko and Fisher instead of Ryan and a rookie, because you're upgrading the side quicker, and Fisher short term should be all right. Probably a play you make if your cash gen isn't looking too good. I think that's a lot of money to spend on a player. So I personally would go Zorko and Fisher for me personally. I know you're banking 200k, but I'd go Zorko and Fisher. Like, they're 2 upgrades. That's how I see it. I don't really like Cheese. Jai Clark, the new Campbell Chester. Might have to keep him all season like I did with Chester. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing now with Jai Clark. I think he's just a bloke you sit on your bench. I think we're past that point now of trading out people with I think we're past trading out people now with not enough money in them. So yeah, I think you just keep him all year, because I think he's going to be playing a couple of games during the buys, and I think that could be really handy for Jai Clark, especially the way with the injuries are piling up for the Cats at the minute there. SuperCoach Pro hates Stewart. Runs like he's been hit by a car. Oh, stiff. No, I still find him fine as an option. I think he's fine at D6 at 500k. Like probably a bit stiff that you started him. Like that would be bit of a train wreck there. But I think he's perfectly fine for people at D6. To be honest, maybe D7 if you have that luxury. But I think he'll be fine. I see enough signs from him. Byzantini or Conway? Conway for me. I'd go Conway ahead of Byzantini if you're still watching and the game starts in 3 minutes. I'd very quickly make that adjustment. If you're choosing between the two, yeah, I'd go Conway. Realistically, Stanley shouldn't be playing again. That's a tough one as well because we don't know the final teams. I know Byzantini was named on field, but there's still a chance he might not play. Like they could just swap that and put Sweet on. So and Soldo's back in like 2 or 3 weeks. So I would go Conway and just hope that Geelong aren't pricks and don't bring Stanley back. Any more planned stuff with SuperCoach Edge in the future? Was a dream collab, mate. Yeah, I appreciate that. Great bunch of lads. Great bunch of lads they are. So, yeah, definitely. I think we'll do one more video before the season's done. As interest with SuperCoach sort of fades during the bye rounds and after the bye rounds. So, yeah, maybe something pretty soon. It was good fun, really good fun recording up in Gold Coast last week with Dazzler. So he's a legend. If you guys need an answer before the Suns Geelong game, I'll quickly go through this now. Yeah, I'd love to be back on the SuperCoach Edge channel. They're a great bunch of people. I might even get Fisher. Why not? The trade idea you brought up, I really like Petrarca and Fisher. I reckon that's good. Shane, Fisher feels like a massive. Fisher is a massive trap. I feel. Kudos to those who held Sexton. Yeah, I traded him out in round 3. I traded out Sexton in round 3 only because he was probably my worst rookie. So, and I had to get another rookie in. So, yeah, Fisher, great success for everyone that held Sexton. Fisher, I don't know. I don't mind Fisher short term, but yeah, I think he'll play throughout the buys, that sort of thing. He's just sort of a pick for those that, I mean, if you can get him and another premium, I do really like that. He's a bloke that can be a short-term play, and then you flip him if your buys are looking good. I don't blame you for thinking that, though. This could go either way. Shane, any love for Finn McRae? Nah, not really. I don't know about Finlay McRae. I'm sort of convinced he's a really good VFL player, and he hasn't really shown anything at AFL level, in my opinion. Didn't watch the game last week, but don't really care. It's a West Coast midfield without Elliot Yeo, and he wasn't even playing in the midfield. Like they were playing Sullivan in the guts more than him, and McRae's a pure mid. So no, I'm not. If you're considering him as a SuperCoach pick, I wouldn't. I'm not a fan. I might just. Oh shit! It's 7:30 already. My loop with Dempsey is all good. I'm just making sure my final team is looking all good. Closey, don't need to do anything with Rogers or Graham on the bench. Flanders on field. Yep. Closey on field. Looping Dempsey tonight. Yep. So I'm all good with that. I don't really. And if you're with Finlay McRae, if you're considering him as SuperCoach, I wouldn't bother. I think Collingwood will get some players back, and I think Sullivan's ahead of Finn McRae, to be honest, as a team, like in the team, to be honest, because I feel like they'll prefer the older bodies with. Oh, the game's about to start. Just heard the boys in the background with the siren there, but no, I wouldn't as a SuperCoach pick. He wasn't. He was great, wasn't he, Shane? I think he stays in over Sullivan. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Actually, I don't really like Cheese. I don't think he stays. I think Sullivan is ahead of McRae in my opinion because with McRae, he's a younger player. He's a good VFL player, and Sullivan's just more of an experienced head. I think he has more tricks in his bag. So I think McRae clearly got named, but nah, not much love for him. I think Sullivan stays ahead of McRae. I could be wrong, but I don't know. That's just gut feel. Probably last question. Then I want to watch Suns and Cats. Jump on the Gold Coast tip tonight, boys. I'm going. I tipped Geelong, but wouldn't surprise me if the Suns won. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We went for half an hour, so that was good. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the round preview. Maybe after tonight's game or tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for all the support. Enjoy the game.